Rise! Yeah! Stabilize! gather.
I see everything. I summon.
Yeah. Ha! Yeah.
I suppose this will do.
rest for the wicked. Solidify!
Everyone hold hands! I summon thee!
Ha! Ha! Yeah! Stabilize! No rest for the wicked.
One man's stone is another man's gem. Certainly worth the extra mile.
Gather!
Everyone hold hands.
Ah!
Curiosity deserves a reward. Solidify! Hey! Share my knowledge! I summon thee!
Ha! Ha! Time for retribution! Ha! Stabilize! Ha! 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 Solidify!
I will have order.
Hooch! Yeah! 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 Gather! Yeah! Yeah!
This world. keep this close. Is this an answer from this world?
I see everything.
No rest for the wicked.
Verticus?
Better than nothing.
Oz, reveal thyself.
A walk would.
Solidify!
Everyone hold hands. Hey! The Temple of Wisdom!
Burn! Ha! 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 Gather!
Verticus?
rest for the wicked. Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Everyone hold hands. I summon thee.
Solidify! This is order. Ha! Ha! Burn! Ha! Ha!
There can be no excuse for defeat.
Stabilize.
Hey! Midnight Phantasmagoria! I see everything.
No rest for the wicked. Gather. Order guide.
Make yourselves at home.
Stabilize.
Everyone hold hands. I summon thee.
Yes, this is it. We've only just begun. No rest for the wicked. Use this first. I will have order. You need to hurry up. You can't run. This one's well. Looks like I went too far. Midnight Phantasmagoria. Solidify!
Everyone hold hands.
Order guide you. Gather her attack.
Of death.
Solidify!
Everyone hold hands!
No rest for the wicked.
I summon thee! I see everything!
No rest for the... I will have order.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone hold hands! Wings of darkness! Come, sever night from day!
One man's stone is another man's gem.
Take! I summon thee!
Certainly worth the extra mile.
I see everything!
No rest for the wicked.
Share my knowledge!
Stabilize. Order guide you. Gather.
I summon thee!
certainly worth the extra mile.
Everyone hold hands.
No rest for the wicked.
Hey,
Solidified! This is order. Stabilize!
everyone hold hands.
As you wish, main Fräulein. Solidify!
I summon thee.
No rest for the wicked.
I summon thee.
Stabilize! Order guide you!
Hey! Wings of darkness, come, sever night from day.
Solidify! Stabilize! No rest for the wicked. This is order.
Make yourselves at home.
Gather!
I see everything. Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Solidify! I will have order.
I summon thee.
Stabilize! No rest for the wicked. Gather!
Yeah, sharing my knowledge. Shadow Raven, let night fall.
Solidify! Stabilize!
Hey, Make yourselves at home. I summon thee. Shadow Raven, let night fall.
Order guide you. Stabilize.
Sounds good to me.
Solidify!
You are not
I see everything.
here.
No rest for the wicked.
Everyone hold hands. Ha! Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Now you're testing my patience.
I see everything.
We'll meet again.
Earlier.
Time to go to work. Stabilize!
following orders.
A new punching bag. Take that!
Where do you think you're going? Love the trouble.
Solidified!
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
Awesome. This wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those? Share the memory.
Maybe you're... If you ever have any... Maybe you're... Maybe you're not you. If you ever had... Do you have a new story for me? Today, I'm really curious to find out what the...
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references. It's been a while. How have you been? Good night. The night grows dark.
Ah, then you appear to be in good. It's not bad. Apologies. That wasn't intended as a slight, nor did I mean to upset you. All I meant was, it could take me some time to get accustomed to lock, but don't take it the wrong way. Ah, you appear to be in... Good night. Never mind.
It's been a while. How have you been? Good night. The night grows...
Maybe you're... If you ever have any questions...
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle. Every journey has its final day. Don't rush. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
The one before you is known as Jade Seeker. Ah.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Recently, the Adventurers Guild has received an unusual commission, and after careful consideration, we believe that...
The Traveler would be the most suitable candidate, right?
Indeed, as ever. I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are available to help? Well, let me go over it briefly. Our client for this job is the Yashiro Commission. Apparently, Rift Towns are attacking the roots of the sacred sakura nearby Mount Yogo in great numbers.
Rift Hounds? On Narukami Island?
Yes. We are not sure where exactly these creatures come from. But this time, they are attacking in a The sacred sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. I trust you are aware of this already? Good. Then you can see that...
Is the Tenryu Commission
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. However, given that the sacred sakura's root system is... Their main priority is to protect the civilian population, so they are actively looking to cooperate with all other available The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Tenryu Commission with their work. But so far, the combined efforts to combat the Rift Towns has failed to... You have our deepest gratitude. I will mark on your map the...
Relax. They're attacking the sacred sakura! Stop them!
I summon thee!
No rest for the wicked.
Wings of darkness! Come, sever night from day!
Stabilize! Yeah.
Wow, there are so many of them! No wonder the Tenryu Commission needed help! Come on, Traveler, you can take them!
I summon thee!
Torn to oblivion!
Shogun? Wait, no! Could also be A!
Oh, it's you two. It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryu Commission crisis.
Okay, sounds more like A. It is you, right? You sure made short work of them! That was amazing!
I'm making early preparations for what is to come. Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. I was finally able to comprehend Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking, I find myself having the...
Makes sense. You must get super bored being stuck in there all the time.
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself? Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. The most serious of these being the attack on the sacred Sakura by numerous rift hounds. I considered this matter worthy of my attention, so I pursued them, and they led me here, where I happened to run into you. If the Shogun rather than I were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the city.
Why? Because she's...
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commission. But rift hounds attacking the sacred Sakura...
A disaster?
Yes. 500 years, everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. Countless lives were lost, and this homeland that the monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil. And the rift hounds were all... Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in even more powerful beasts. So you've heard of it too. That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe to you, it seems like my response to these creatures was an excessive one. But an excess of caution is not unwarranted in this case.
Guess you can't argue with that.
Since we are both here for the same reason, let us work from the traces they've left in the surrounding area.
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace company. Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monsters, we should ask her to... This color! It's similar to the color when the sacred Sakura takes damage. Let's follow it. It should be this way.
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will...
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's... Huh? What's this? Could they be dead people? What?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are
What happened here? Could you tell us?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can! The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, I'm telling you there's no escaping them. We will defend Inazuma until our dying breath. You don't know? Inazuma is engulfed in dark beasts, and horrifying monsters are everywhere. They are merciless, ferocious, and they will devour everything in their... Every last trace of humanity's existence, I tell you. They'll devour it all.
But, look! None of that seems to be going on around here.
Not right now, but they'll be back. Look, get out of here. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to rely. I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope, then we've got nothing left at all.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
It's... the show. You're back! Please, we beg you. You have to help us. You have to save Inazuma. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please, or the whole of Inazuma will be reduced to a hunting ground for the beasts.
Calm down. The war you speak of is over.
Over? But...
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. This is Inazuma at peace, as you will no doubt remember. There are no monsters, nor is there anything else here that could threaten your...
What? But how? Just moments ago, they were everywhere. I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down. Everything's fine now.
Huh. I think I understand. Almighty Shogun. Yes, we were right. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin to understand what that was all about. But somehow, Paimon feels all sad and hopeless.
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw was a samurai's memory that was buried in the land. The sacred Sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Rift Hounds attacked, some of this filth leaked out through the cracks in the trunk and formed a physical entity. An entity formed with strong filth would be highly aggressive. But when purified, it presents in the form of a memory. Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterward.
So the memories of the ones that died are all appearing at this moment?
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now was precisely the disaster that happened in Inazuma 500 years ago. Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while others came from the now fallen kingdom of Kanria. The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step in before it was too late, otherwise it would spread to all of Tevat. But my friend, Kitsune Saiku, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. She would shoulder the I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it, we both knew that the road ahead...
So, Inazuma was attacked at the same time as when the disaster happened in Kanria?
Indeed. I never had the chance to see her one last time. But I would like to believe that she kept her promise to me until the very last. But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined. Those terrible tragedies left great wounds that are still felt to this day, both on the land itself and in my heart.
Hey.
Yes. For the longest time, I couldn't bring myself to face the pain of that loss. All my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters, I was helpless against the ravages of time. Powerless. But after my clash with human ambition, I thought long and hard. When I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed over the centuries. A glimpse of moving forward inevitably invites further loss. But just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, he still chose to. All those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. As Inazuma's god, it is high time I honored their wishes. Warriors of the past, who spilled your blood on this land, I will never forget you, and all that...
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come on. Let's keep investigating the damage to the sacred Sakura. Give them to me. Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape!
Something seems wrong with A.
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish.
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving my... Although I have some understanding of the situation already, it could take an unexpected turn. I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters...
Makes sense. The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We definitely need to tell the Yashiro Commission about... Hey, the same light is leaking out again.
Furuyama?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off.
Fighting a battle in a distant land? Sounds like this...
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest tea in all of Inazuma.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in Your Excellency's presence long enough to become acquainted with all the skills that are required of me. It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought a guest. I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. After all, it's quite...
What should we do? Yeah. Sheesh. There's monsters everywhere out there. It's...
I see. So, they have fought their way this far already. Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather pointless to me. And now the Almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to run away. Imagine if this was something that even the Almighty Shogun was powerless to resolve. Where could I possibly run to then? People flee out of a desire to live on, and the desire to live on stems from a feeling of having unfinished. But me, I have no such thoughts, and I have no... The Almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dreams over tea. Just listening to her stories. I've been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions took me on a splendid journey to all the most beautiful places in Inazuma. Over time, I've come to... One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. Everything changes, fades, disappears completely over the passage of time. And so, people must make the most of the life they have, seize the chance to enjoy it while it lasts, and... So you see, as bleak as things may be now, I have experienced countless wonderful things in life, and have no reason not to be sad.
Perhaps you...
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the Almighty Shogun for the last time. What a pity. I'll never get to... But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned dark now. But once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But even if I survived until then, I'd probably be a hopelessly befuddled old so-and-so by then. Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart's content and forgetting to serve the tea. The Almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. A true... One moment, I'll just... Where in the world is the tea set? I hope the others didn't smash it to smithereens.
Can't see a tea set
Really? But it's always been right by my side. I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it themselves. That would be most discourteous indeed.
Don't worry about it. Take a rest. We'll be back right away.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No, no, no. Your humble servant implores you, not with the war raging outside.
This place is complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your memory. Leave it to us.
But... well, okay. I can't decide whether it...
Where should we go to find a tea set? Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now. But at the same time, this lovely old man from 500 years ago has been through so much. We may...
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for his tea.
It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. I'll fetch that for you right away. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately. Ah, and the tea set. I'll bring that here as soon as it's ready.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the Traveler. Please, fetch the tea set at your convenience.
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat. I'm sure you must have a lot of questions.
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too. The almighty Shogun that he described...
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent practicing martial arts. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon, who was also my sister. He may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns, but he always acted as if he was completely the philosophy of life that he shared with us just now. That was Makoto's view on reality. She always saw things that way.
You and Makoto had pretty different views, huh?
Indeed we did. It was the big... In her eyes, the most precious things in this world were dreams. They are similar. When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations light up the sky far above in the form... Now, it seems like she was right. While I took the wayward...
Wow. There sure was a lot going on beneath the surface.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her view, a dream is more imaginary. An ambition is a yearning for something material, or a concrete outcome. It is finite in nature, and will be... Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives humans to constantly generate... To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned that I didn't understand at the time. How can we say that we are... I suppose what it comes down to is the definition of eternity she set out with. Yes, it does. But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least, an elegantly simple one. Notwithstanding that it was also the more prudent choice, based on a more mature...
Do you feel you're starting to understand her better now?
You have already witnessed my previous views on... But now, I no longer cling to what was lost. I suppose that means...
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your excellency's...
It's quite beautiful.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not deserve the gratitude of the...
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama waiting too long.
Solidify!
Hey, he wouldn't have gone looking for a tea. So we won't get to drink his. We didn't even have a chance.
The information.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this chance won't come often. I've watched Furuyama. The tea is ready. Please give it a try. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. I'm not sure how to explain it. You're right. But the things we've seen today have brought back. I've been reminded of many people, too. Kitsune Saigu. Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably lighthearted. But now, the events of 500 years ago not only robbed me of my friend, Kitsune Saigu.
She died in that disaster.
Yes. She went to Conria alone. Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. Whenever similar crises had arisen in the past, I was always the one to face them. But this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind. Or perhaps it was more that she went ahead of me. Yes. It was too late. She had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point, so all I could do was enter into her mind. As far as you're concerned, it would be It was there that we bid each other a final farewell. I cried bitterly. Why did she go to Conria first, and not I? Why did she keep me in the dark about it? Was it to It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity. As a testament to that decision, I saved her realm of consciousness just before it collapsed completely, and brought it back to...
That's quite a...
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. The tree that you know as the sacred sakura. That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter-of-fact about it, and no one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly with the area as I remembered it. It seemed as if I was the only one to have noticed it appear suddenly out of thin air. In the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous effect with the help of the sacred Sakura's power. I was finally able to overcome the...
This is all really hard to understand. Kinda beyond Paimon's level.
Yes. She had such a great love for this land, and for its people. I once told myself that I would never speak of these events again. But even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed, leaves some sweet. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced that battle in...
Sister? I had heard that you were looking for your family. You mean to say that she was somehow involved in the Conria disaster?
Based on what we've learned so far, it seems...
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst of the fighting was already over. And also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma, and the fate of those closest to me. So, I am afraid I can't help you.
Oh, well, that's a shame. But it can't be helped, I guess. Boy, both of you have experienced great tragedy.
With this last cup of tea, let us honor the Team Master's memory. Thank you, Destiny, for giving us the chance to meet again.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Once again, please leave them to me.
Hey! Are you sure?
Fear not. Shine down!
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Torn to oblivion! Erase all threats.
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
My apologies.
Don't worry about it. Just take a breather and get your strength back. We'll deal with the monsters. Look, that's the same light again.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too! Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right. Just feeling a little stiff.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, men! They're coming back for more! Let's get them!
Don't! It's too dangerous.
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to begin with.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak, we will draw on the power granted to us by the gods.
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us. If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times is the moment for us to honor that.
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
Nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope in our... This hope is the light that will...
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Protect the Almighty Shogun!
No rest for the wicked.
Shadow Raven, let night fall!
I see everything. Make yourselves a move.
Time for retribution! Gather! This is order.
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay? Maybe you should keep resting.
I'm fine. I feel much better already.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, it'll be more than a few Rift Hounds this time. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City, and regroup with the General's forces as soon as possible.
When everyone sees the Almighty Shogun safely returning, their spirits will be lifted.
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come our way.
Just leave it to us. Fighting is what we do best. But the almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to change the present state of affairs. Only Her Excellency can turn back the tide of despair and lead us on. No matter what kind of threat faces Inazuma, we will always...
Oh, thank you all very much. I should not have left it this late to make this promise.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt your word as long as we live. With you leading us, we will claim back everything that Inazuma has lost.
Glory to the Shogun!
Glory to the Shogun!
They're gone.
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in dwelling on the tragedy, the result being that in the centuries since their you could take the view that whatever I say to them is meaningless, because they are but disembodied memories held in the... But even so, they are due a resolution. I owe it to them.
Well, Paimon...
Thank you for your comforting words. But this is my basic duty as Inazuma's Archon, and I have neglected it for far too long. I used to think just like that samurai. But what Inazuma... Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still... Yes. As the Raiden...
Well said.
Change will come, no matter how long it... Now that we've dealt with the... I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work.
Alrighty then, let's... He looks calm on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotions must be... She seems to have changed a lot since we... Huh? What's wrong, eh? What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
It looks like... the situation... No need. I need to go to the cave below.
Why?
A battleground. One where I shall sever ties with the past.
By royal decree.
We're finally here.
Whoa! Where'd the Torii Gate come from?
This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands.
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is she? Where are we go? Paimon's dizzy. Whoa. This place... Look, it's another...
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rule. Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait! Paimon knows that voice!
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe you... But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible... I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now have...
Wait! The atmosphere in here just took a turn...
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued... As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of... Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Hey, showdown with the Shogun?
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself. I would not try to change her. If it...
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something? But they both just want...
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested. It inherits age, every action, determination, only rule. Those were my thoughts. Now, you wish to make yours. I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden A. In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni Maiden was cut down and disgraced. Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did. Illusion shattered! Ha! Be sword! Now ye shall perish! The eye sweeps the lands! The pitying sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch-black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Inazuma shines eternal! Ha! Pathetic. Big sword! This world, a fleeting shadow. Torn to oblivion! Weak, pathetic, weak. The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Illness transcending. Shine down. Now you shall perish. Euthymia crumbles before...
Have you finally defeated her?
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong?
How the heck?
In this realm of consciousness, she was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living being's, including...
Then, does that mean this is gonna be it?
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. The future of... If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change. This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many times 500 years ago, humanity here in the present, it is about time that I learned to trust them. I understand that. I fight, I vow to during my
But this...
Pass on my words.
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? Are we really just gonna leave A and the Shogun to... She was making sense. And maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still... Right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn at... What if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen. And then she might never leave again. Yeah, we should have... Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her win... Well, whatever. We can't let anything bad happen to Awa. Oh, but we also can't get in... Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't feel paimon now. Oh, you're right. Who knows if...
Whenever you are troubled.
Someone's not in the best of moods. Let me guess. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't...
But you're always...
That was a figure of speech. Do you understand? Nitpicking my turns of phrase. The sheer audacity.
Oh, yeah. Something really big's
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off on the humans, while she goes off on her own to fight a fierce battle that doesn't even have an... Impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable, presumes her sheer will can see her through, despite a near impossible goal that requires nothing short of the very peak of her abilities. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now? Rushed into it without thinking. Well put. Oh, so you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help?
Is she playing dumb? She's...
Aha, you're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about all I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura. And from what I've heard, it's a little different.
Because Raiden Makoto is no...
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. Anyway, we needn't worry. First things first. Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how... To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. Luckily, in other words...
So...
Yes, no need. Everything is... This is precise...
What? Alright, well, paimon, stay here then. You two can go in.
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big...
Paimon's had it up to here with both of you!
Oh. Well, if you're quite sure, then of course... I see. Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic. By the way, remember to focus. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant. Well then, the door's open. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'll be ready to respond if I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
Miko, you better know what you're doing!
That's enough chatter. Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Huh? You have returned. But how were you able to get back? This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first. Over countless battles, not once have you lost, and never have you had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you bring honor to the title of... Now these two return once more to this space. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500... Final duel? Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new. The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations. The energy they consumed, great enough to vaporize the oceans and turn day into night. And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams. Yet, you have endured. I will endure forever. Witness the final calamity! This, I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to... You need not worry about the future. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have... Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my... And whenever I think of this, I feel something. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash a new... This power is beyond the limits of my This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me. It was at once... You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer from this day forth. This body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today, Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, you truly have changed. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change, but as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again. Do you say this because it was simply a new experience for me? One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting?
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duty. Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too... a convoluted way to reach you, but... well... you held such deeply entrenched views at the time. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. But... everything happened so suddenly. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade you from your pursuit of... Did you know what was about to happen in Conry? I had some sense of it. That place... in my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion. And I don't know what Inazuma... but I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. And I'm sure you must have wanted to shed tears. Don't look down on me. See? You admit it. It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Here, take it. Before my... but it is you who must take the most
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future. Nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, A? I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
So the A of the present planted the sacred Sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past. No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding eternity is a concept intimately connected with time.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time without any problems. And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now completely
I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition tells me...
Well, I'm not convinced that it was...
I know what you mean. Perhaps a higher power really... Without the sacred Sakura, Inazuma would likely have been completely swallowed up centuries ago.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred Sakura, but to me, it has always been there. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred Sakura and Makoto's consciousness, but
No, but I understand why now. It was because the sacred Sakura hadn't even been planted then.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
The sacred Sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Ugh. Now we see who's pulling the strings.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of Kitsune over the ages to thank for how it appears today. And obviously I played my part too. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same time, centuries of battling took place on the inside, did it? Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you? At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies, and suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search. Simply establishing a location was not sufficient. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely to be the intersection of all that you were wishing for. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. So it was a great shock to me when the traveler reappeared. My first thought was, has a great disaster befallen Inazuma? But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You came for my sake. You too have my thanks. You have done much for me.
Hey, how are you feeling now?
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. Have you managed to calm down? After all, you saw Makoto in there, didn't you?
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her. I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, of course, but I've made I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how brilliant Makoto was. She predicted all the ways in which Inazuma's future could unfold, all the way back then. She even factored my immaturity into her plan. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day. I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing!
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the shadows cast by the events of centuries. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and
it's rare to hear such comforting words from you. I graciously accept them.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to a word I say.
Makoto said the exact same thing!
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth.
We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much work to be done. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things currently stand. Then, we will give careful consideration to the future. After that, I will abolish the Sakoku Decree.
Really? That's huge news!
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. In which case, there is no further need to keep the nation under lock and key. I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma. I'm looking forward to it.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those? Who share?
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?